G'day guys, that guy Purps here. We're back with another music reaction video. Now we're jumping into an artist we haven't had on the channel before, but I have mentioned a couple of times, and that's Madchild. Now, people may or may not have heard of Madchild. He is a Canadian-born rapper. Went really big. He was with a group, Swollen Members, and done a solo project. He's done features with, or joint EP with Tom McDonald recently, and he sort of, hit fame, become, had a lot of money, and then lost it all to different devices and whatever. Done it again and lost it again, and he's sort of, on the comeback again. He's never really lost that passion for music, and he's suffered with a lot of demons and stuff throughout his life. So I resonate with a lot of his music. Yeah, and some of his songs that he done with Tom McDonald, where he really opened up personally about his struggles with addiction and getting sober, and having all this fame and fortune, and then losing it to drugs, alcohol, and women and all that sort of stuff. Sort of shows a bit of grit and determination that he's not going to let that get him down. And yeah, it's a good message to everyone that, regardless of what you go through in life, there's always tomorrow. You can always wake up and try and do a better thing. So this is called A Confession. I'm not sure if this is going in that same sort of vein. A lot of his music recently has been a lot of self-reflection and delving deeper into his own psyche and giving us an insight into what's going on. So yeah, let's get into this one. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Hit that subscribe button, become part of the Purple fam, and hang out for more reactions. New doggo.
Story about a fan of mine. Slowly we became good homies after a span of time. Kick it every time I play this city, always looking out. Not realizing that his path had been the crooked route. Thought he had a regular job and he was a family man. But now I see the whole picture clear like a cameraman. PG, blue collar workers in a lumber mill. Also full of gangsters that you wouldn't want to rumble with. Not an easy place to grow up, became a...
So basically, Madchild has a very distinctive voice, so he's always rapped like that. He always sounds like that. So, yeah, it's a bit of a story on this one. He became friends with a fan. Always thought he had, a good job and all that. Turns out he was blue collar worker in a lumber mill, surrounded by, gangsters, thugs, and all that. So yeah, let's see where this one takes off. It's not many, not so much wordplay or similes in this one. It's more, a story. So yeah, I'm here for it. It's gonna be not so much breaking down of bars, but exploring the story that Madchild's telling.
Whole picture clear like a cameraman. PG, blue collar workers in a lumber mill. Also full of gangsters that you wouldn't want to rumble with. Not an easy place to grow up, became a jungle. Quick survival of the fittest, he was different, so they with him. Was into rap, low rider bikes and his skateboard. Roughnecks into heavy metal, so he paid for. 6 kids jumped him, got his face kicked in, got his door kicked in, he became victim. Yeah, but then one day he decided he'd had enough. Went and made new friends that were crazy and just as tough. He started selling and getting himself a rep, getting bigger to the point where people had to watch the step. You know the deal, bar fights and strip clubs, and but whole time selling, he was also getting dubbed. Never know whose demons got the best of them. People hide it, would've never even guessed with them. Sometimes you wouldn't even question. Little do you know they had it rough like the rest of us. Stay strong, this won't be the death of us. Be our best instead of letting it get the best of us. Watch for signs in the messages. Pawns on the board like the devil's playing chess with us. The longer we...
That was a bar. Pawns on the board like the devil's playing chess with us. Yeah, and like I was saying, a lot of Madchild's music recently has been, self-storytelling. Not really into, the hype rap and the, just bars for the sake of bars. It has a lot of purpose now. He really does spit a message, and yeah, like, you never know what happened to someone for them to turn out the way they are. Like, we've all been on a journey. Where you are now is a sum of every experience, thought, and action that you've ever taken. You wouldn't be sitting here right now watching this if you didn't do what you've done. Like, it's weird when you think about it that, at each moment in time where we're hit with a fork in the road, and if you say right now you choose to pause and stop, and you click off and whatever, like, you don't know the negative things that are going to happen from that. Whereas if you don't, and you stay watching, it could be a lot more positive for you. So I'm trying to have a joke, but you see what I mean though. Like, each moment in time where we make a decision or we don't make a decision, that's a decision in itself. So at any moment in time we can take a wrong turn. You could be a white collar worker making millions of dollars, and you make one bad decision, and from that point your life then off in that other direction, and then sooner or later you're involved with criminal activities, or you're trying to pay someone off to keep something quiet because you don't want the family to know about it or whatever. So any class of person can make mistakes. Any class of person at any time can turn the wrong way. So we're always in a constant battle with ourselves to do better, and that's why if you have that mindset of trying to grow and trying to be better each and every day, you're probably less likely to make a bad decision, but you still can. Like, it's and that's just life, I guess. Like, it's the sad fact of life, but it's not something to be scared about or whatever, but appreciate the fact that anyone walking down the street, they might look a certain way, they might act a certain way, but they might not be that at their core. They could be a really nice person, they could be a really horrible person, depending on how they're coming across. So yeah.
Drugs the further we get on track, and it's kept best of us. Watch for signs in the messages, poems on the board like the devil's playing chess with us. The longer we do drugs, the further we get on track, and it's kept turned into an addict smoking. Had a wife, kids, and job, but walking around strapped. At night, a secret life, security at the trap. 380 pounds, that's someone to watch your back. But he kept hitting that pipe, so his life hit him back. Hey, you can only keep those type of secrets for so long, till everything goes wrong and people say so long. Was part of a crime circle, just for the record. His life was like a movie gone in 60 seconds. This the story of his life, this is a confession. Full of pain, full of sorrow and depression. False accusation.
See, and this, as much as he says that he formed a friendship with a fan, and then this person turned out to be, this other person, there's a lot of similarities that I can see here from what I know of Madchild over the, 10 or 15 years that I've been listening to the bloke. He hung around crime circles and stuff like that. He got kicked out for, kicked out of the circle, and had people after him for, decisions that he'd made. He was on drugs and made a lot of decisions because he was on drugs that forced people to move away from him. And then, so as much as he's talking about this other person and their story, it's quite interesting how it relates back to him as well. So he can give a first-hand account and really spit those facts, because he understands exactly how this happens, the consequences of those actions, and how, now being, sober, trying to get his life back together and everything else. Like, I think he's been sober now a couple of years, and seeing it from that perspective now, like, yeah, he's done all the dirty, grimy stuff. He was involved with criminal elements and drugs and all this sort of stuff, but now being sober and seeing the negative effect that has, even though at the time you think you live in this rock star lifestyle, it all catches up with you in the end, and yeah, it's like sort of interesting that, although it's from that other person's perspective, there's a lot of personal personal stuff going on as well.
Put a hit out on his last boss. At his day job, getting visits now from gang squad. See ya, make a choice in a decision, cause he was being destroyed by having paranoid visions. Thank God he made the right choice, now he stands strong. Came back, built a foundation he could stand on. Proud of homie and he's proud of me as well. Didn't know it, but we both had to struggle back from hell. So if you were going through it, don't be lying to yourself. Man, you just never know what someone is going through, dog.
That's it.
Like, never know whose demons got the best of them. People had it, would've never even guessed with them. Sometimes you wouldn't even question. Little do you know they had it rough like the rest of us. Stay strong, this won't be the death of us. Be our best instead of letting it get the best of us. Watch for signs in the messages. Poems on the board like the devil's playing chess with us. Yo, Big C, man. It's been a real pleasure getting to know you, my G. I had no idea you went through all that struggle. Now that I know your whole story, bro, it's a trip, man. I'm really proud of you. You and I both, man. We gotta keep up that good fight. We gotta keep those demons at bay.
Now, being that this one only came out not too long ago, and you can see in the picture down the bottom there, you know, he's looking a lot healthier now too. You know, when you have issues with, you know, drugs, and then a lot of the time the drugs are just a solution that you try and, well, not really a solution, but they're what you use as a solution to treat any, you know, anxiety or depression that you're going through, and you don't really know how to deal with it and face it and overcome it. So you try and numb those feelings and thoughts with drugs, alcohol, etc. It really takes a toll on your body. So the fact that, you know, in this he's looking quite healthy, you know, he's been sober now for a while. So yeah, mad props to Madchild. You know, and it takes a, you know, like a solid person to be able to admit their flaws, and then not only admit their flaws, but then put it on a platform like this. So he can't run away from that now. Like, he's let, you know, millions of people around the world in on his demons and his secrets, and that could also be a good way to, you know, have that fortitude of not turning back on that, because you go, okay, well, even though you don't know all these people, you can't really, you know, let them down, or you don't want to be seen as going back on your word. So, you know, in a time of struggle or whatever, where it's like, do I go to the gym or do I hit up the plug? You're more likely to go to the gym, you know, because you've got that extra little voice in the back of your head just telling you to do the right thing. So, but yeah, quite interesting to, you know, hear about Seaman and, you know, everything that he's been through, and how the stories are sort of real parallel to what Madchild's been through. You know, which goes to show, you know, not everyone is born into a life. Like, we all make decisions, and sometimes it's a reaction to things that have happened to us that force us into certain places. But, you know, we're all human beings. We're all on this earth together. So, you know, if we can help each other out and, you know, get to know each other, that just a conversation with someone could change someone's life. You know, actually could. So, yeah, I'm going to leave you all with that. Let me know what you thought down in the comments section. If you know of any other Madchild songs you want to see me react to, drop them down. I've also got one of his first vinyls. If you want to, you know, we've got the vinyl player here, so I can spin that all for you. Play a couple of tracks off that and do a reaction to them. You know, obviously, I've heard them a few times, but yeah, the vinyl doesn't really get played because there's not many of them in the world. But you know, couple of spins, always good to listen to Madchild on wax. So yeah, let me know down the comments section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reaction. Hit the thumbs down if you didn't. It's all good. All triggers the algorithm either way. If this isn't your style, feel free to go check out all the other thousands of channels on YouTube. You know, if it's something I did today you vibe with, hit that subscribe button for future content. And yeah, I'm that guy Purps, and until next time, I'll see you then.